Australia's local hero for 2026 is Frank Mitchell.
Frank Mitchell's life was shaped by early hardship and by seizing the opportunity of an electrical apprenticeship as a young single father. The proud Whadjuk-Yued Noongar man is now a business owner creating pathways for others. Through his companies, he's helped create dozens of Aboriginal apprenticeships, upskilling roles and contracts, delivering millions of dollars back into community. Congratulations, Frank Mitchell, Australia's local hero for 2026.
What I love about working in the construction industry is definitely the people. Met so many incredibly inspirational people along this journey. What we do that is a little different from other people is we've got a big focus on upskilling mob, making sure that we've got the right culture to give them the best support for success.
Once you see another black fella working, it's like, it kind of makes you feel like, oh yeah, you're not on your own. It's more like a family than it is a normal workplace.
We're also creating positions for women in an industry that really needs more women representation.
You're a girl, it's hard enough to be in construction, let alone being Aboriginal. It's double whammy. I purely joined this company because it was Aboriginal and I'm Aboriginal, and it was just that little niche sometimes people need.
I'm a proud Whadjuk-Yued man through the Shaw family, and that's through my father's side. Growing up in a small country town, mum and dad in state housing. My teenage years were pretty up and down. Two things that happened in my 20s that really shifted me. One was having an unplanned son, which was just the most beautiful thing, and I wouldn't change it for the world, that journey. And 5 years later, at age 25, being offered an electrical apprenticeship. I really wasn't feeling confident that I could achieve an electrical apprenticeship trade, but this one man believed in me. That was my uncle. And this has really instilled in me today in wanting to pay that forward. Someone's belief in one person can change someone's life.
Just trying to build more role models in the Indigenous community.
Thought it would be a good place, and I found my place in the company.
He just opened a very big way for me to keep on working and see what career path I want to pick.
So working with Frank on a couple of projects, what he brings is an energy and passion to his role. It wasn't just about putting the seat benches and everything in here. It was about understanding the local community and what they want. One of the success stories out of this project was Frank talking to some of the locals here and engaging them in their workforce. There's a feeling of heart in everything he does.
It's no longer just about creating that job. It's about so much more. We actually siphon off 10% of our profits for a separate bank account fund for wraparound support when needed, such as buying tools and flights back for funerals. A lot of mob come from all over the state. You've got people coming from Miriwong country way up in Kardan that are working all the way down here in Perth. Is the construction industry a good place for social change? Absolutely. So many people within this industry have come to us and looked for guidance, and being able to share our knowledge is absolutely part of this journey. The effects of a culturally safe organisation supporting mob, it has a profound effect on the individual's life. It's one of the best parts of my job when I see someone really thriving. Auntie Caroline, thank you very much for welcoming me onto your country. As you know, as a proud Noongar man, I would just like to pay my respects in some of my language. Nala Karich, Namu Mort, Kayan Karich, Nija Buja. I acknowledge that we are on Ngunnawal Ngambri country and that sovereignty was never ceded. I pay my respects to elders past and present and honour the responsibilities that come with standing on country. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. When I began the journey that led me here, I was driven by my own lived experiences of suicide and loss. Over time, I've come to understand that what drives my work is something much bigger than what I do. When I started my apprenticeship, my life shifted. I was a single dad from a small rural community. I had struggled at school, was grieving the deaths of 2 close friends, and felt disconnected from who I was as an Aboriginal man living on colonised land. My uncle offered me a lifeline, a mature age apprenticeship. I now understand that work and education are not just about income or career progression. They are determinants of health and well-being. Completing my electrical apprenticeship gave me pride, hope and stability. It gave me the foundation to provide for my family and to grow into a leader within my community. I wanted to pass that opportunity on to other mob who, like me, might not yet believe that they had what it takes to complete an apprenticeship, to buy a home, to connect to community and lead. My story is not unique. For some people, opportunity and belief might be enough. For Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, it's more complex than that. We constantly navigate racism, stereotypes, and the ongoing impacts of colonisation. I used to advocate for organisations to simply give mob a job. But I know now, opportunity alone is not enough. If workplaces are not culturally safe, mob may survive, but they are unlikely to thrive. Wilco, Kardan, Baldja and Bilyaa are places where mob are given a chance to feel safe. And it still does not always work because people's lives are complex and there is no one-size-fits-all approach. But when it does work, the impacts are powerful. That's what I represent standing here before you today. And I am just one success story among many. From a team of 8 in 2015 to over 200, we've created over 70 Aboriginal upskilling positions, including 31 electrical apprenticeships and have awarded over 11 million to Aboriginal subcontractors. Currently have 3 times the national construction industry average for our Kardan women working on site-based construction positions. Over the past decade, we have gained valuable insights into the support required to give our staff the best chance of success in the construction industry. We need to increase intentional investment to refine and resource our framework so we can clearly demonstrate how mob are empowered through employment and upskilling with us. We are working to integrate holistic health and cultural safety at the individual level within workplaces through cultural connection, supporting our young people to grow into strong men and women to raise nourishing, flourishing families and to become tomorrow's leaders. To do this well, we need the capacity to build a strong evidence base that shows what works and to share this with others. I used to talk about paying it forward. Our old people had a word for this: reciprocity. If more Australians can embrace this ancient cycle of responsibility and reciprocity, we can work together and walk together for a better future, for mob, for our children, and for all those who come after us. Thank you.